We are breaking the fourth wall and style swapping Deadpool today, and it should be a chimichanga of a good time. I can't believe I said that. That's right, we are style swapping Deadpool, but before we get too far into that, we need an original Deadpool to base things on. So you can see me coming in here with a bit of a classic Deadpool pose. I haven't really drawn Deadpool before. He's a classic character to be sure, at least like a modern classic, and he has a very specific look, but I've never really spent the time to dive into the character to get an actual sense of what he looks like. I know it's sort of red suit with black eyes. That's about it. So I did have to learn a fair bit about Deadpool to draw this, if only just to get closer to a right Deadpool. And you can see me trying my best here. Speaking of trying my best, I'm a creator here. I like to draw dumb pictures on the internet. My name is Patrick, and if you like having fun with art like I do, you should continue watching videos on this channel because it's all about having fun. Who cares if you're the best artist on the planet? If you're having a good time, that's all that matters. Some might even say that many of my pictures are bad, and that's fine. I don't actually care because I enjoy what I do, and I like having fun doing it by doing art challenges and stuff. So if you like that, consider subscribing and liking and all those things. For now, we've got further into our Deadpool here. You can see we've got a pretty good body shape and a very basic sense of the armor and the equipment that Deadpool wears. And then there was this process where I had to figure out what color red should Deadpool be, and that's a whole other thing, right? Like, what is the right red for my purposes today? I don't ever really know, but I feel like I got some good colors on here. I also think very quickly learned that his armor is a little bit more complicated than I give it credit for. It's got like lines and things on it that make it a little bit more distinct. And so you can see me here just coming back with my line art tool just to get some more of the basic shapes that make Deadpool's armor a little bit more than just a red suit. May as well just be wearing one of those, what are those called? Morph suits in red, if he doesn't have at least a little bit of this accoutrement of lines and details to make his, at least his mask, if not his chest armor, a little bit more distinct and detailed. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. Let's get some shadows on here maybe. I don't know if we do shadows today. Let's see what happens. It'll be a surprise for both of us. You'd think I'd be more coordinated, but no, I always forget things. We got a pretty good Deadpool going on here. Yes, we're dropping in shadows, friends. Oh my goodness. We're doing a multiply layer here, and we're just dropping the transparency down a bit just to lighten it up. And Deadpool's looking pretty good. Maybe we should get some highlights on here, and once they're in, we can drop in our final version of this Deadpool and get you some style swaps. And with our original done, it was time to go to our next style swap, and we chose the Rick and Morty style, which I realized in retrospect was a terrible decision, because Rick and Morty style typically needs a little bit more detail in order to work. But there was one thing that was the saving grace, which was this nose. If you get the Rick and Morty nose right and the thin arms right, you're basically there. And so you can see me here just sort of trying to recreate the pose we just did in a more Rick and Morty-esque style. I think we eventually turned to like a little simple wave or something like that, or just like a standing pose, because it works with the style better. It helps to emphasize the thin arms and the tubular arms, if you will, and that sort of loose hand shape that really connects with the Rick and Morty vibe. So yeah, we're getting these lines in here and doing pretty good. I haven't watched the most recent season of Rick and Morty. I also haven't seen the new Deadpool movie, which I'm very excited for. I hope it's a wonderful one. If you have seen it, no spoilers, please. I'd love to not go into that with a sense of everything that happens in it. You can see me here now just trying to get my line art in. We've got that Rick and Morty vibe on the face. Now it's just about sort of simplifying the core shapes to the point that they fit into that more animated world, which shouldn't be too difficult to do at the end. And yeah, really emphasizing some of those tubular shapes that make a Rick and Morty character more authentically Rick and Morty. But yeah, I enjoy Rick and Morty. A lot of funny episodes of that show. Sometimes it's a little bit much for me, and I'm like, man, whatever. But a lot of the time, it makes a pretty good joke out of its own self and the things that it's parodying. As you can see here, we're just about ready to get into our colors, which we'll draw from the original that we drew to help us get similar colors on this, as well as in line with the general style. I think we push it up a little bit into a brighter color because, of course, cartoon styles tend to be a little bit more bright. And once we got that red on there, we'll go in for that darker color. And we should be more or less finished our Rick and Morty style of Deadpool. And not to make things too easy on myself, our final style swap today is Deadpool in the style of Peanuts. That's right, Charles Schulz's Snoopy. And this was a real challenge. There's something about trying to get that kid pose right while also trying to get that Deadpool energy that was a bit of a worker. So you can see me here trying to replicate the general sense of what a Charles Schulz character might look like, and then really, trying to find the Deadpool-esqueness in it. Shorter body, rounder head, all the things that make a character a character. We also go in with a more sketchy kind of pencil vibe for our line art so that it has a little bit more of that drawn style, less of that sort of perfect animated lines or comic book lines. And you can see here, I think that works out real well for the character. We're going squirt with round body because that feels right for a Charlie Brown-esque character. And actually, I really love how this one turns out. From the head to the body, it's all there and it all feels pretty good. We're also going for a desaturated red for a bit, just because Charles Schulz's work feels pretty desaturated in its essence. It comes from an older time in coloring and in comic making, comic being like cartoon making. Saturday morning comics. Oh, we're changing the color out again. We went brighter. Oh well, that's fine. This is just the way it works. Some things will never change. We do our best to get the colors in nice the way we think they should work, and this definitely works for today. We're coming in here with our darker color now, just trying to round in a few of those colors that work for us, get our red in and our white for our eye, and I think we've got Peanuts Deadpool. And that's going to be it for our Deadpool style swaps today. Which one is your favorite? And what character should I style swap next? If you have some ideas, let me know down in the comments below. I just like making videos and having fun on the internet with art. If you enjoy that, you like art challenges, if you want to just feel good about your art by watching someone who's worse than you at drawing pictures, this is the place to be. So like the video, subscribe, and all that jazz. Tell YouTube that I'm worth it, because I am. Anyways, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. For now, that's going to be it. Keep being awesome. Bye!